Hi everyone, it's Ikue. Step 14, Libra. Today is a Gemini day. What you love, you know where you belong, and you think properly. How you show up in your love, connection, relationship, those are the theme for today. And how are you guys feeling on this day, Tuesday, October 7th, 2025? And yeah, today is my parents' wedding anniversary, which was actually yesterday, but the date is October 7th. You know, there's a time difference, but I guess it's a love fest day for me, and I'm looking forward to talk more about the love relationship and how you show up in your life and how you show up in your love connection. And we can all talk about love and relationship for all day long. And but I think it's really start within ourselves, right? What you love, you know where you belong, and you get your mind straight. But we just had a powerful full moon. How was your full moon? I cried some, I shed some tears for sure. And the theme that came up for me was holding so much for everything and everyone. And I came to a point where I don't want to hold anymore. So it's just like I felt the sensation of, my body just finally just surrendering, that I not wanted to hold, I can't do this no more. And so, if you felt like that, you're not alone. And before I went to bed really late last night. I saw this moonlight. It was so bright, and I was literally able to see how the moonlight was shining on my balcony. And I just put out my power stones and to cleanse them. And I was just looking at the looking at the moon for a while, and I was just like feeling this aura and that energy of the moon, and release whatever I needed to release. A sense of safety, right? Like I felt like, it's just shedding, right? Like we're aware the sense of safety allow us to feel safe, but also comes in so many layers, because we have the centuries of survival, right? And excuse me. And that was a confirmation, and centuries of survival. And now we are learning to feel safe in our body, in our life, as we do that, and we go through that surge of information and also emotions, right? It's like, wow, I don't want to hold this anymore. Why did I, it's just, I always, wanted help, but the help was not stable or consistent or not reliable. Then, always, I'm at the position where, oh my God, I need to hold it all together. And I did that for years. And then now it came to a point where I'm just so exhausted. Why do I need to hold it all together? I can be held, and putting out the universe that, I've done my dues. I'm ready to be held, and I don't need to hold it all together, because if I try to do anything that is extra now, it just gives me exhaustion and that overwhelmingness. That feeling comes up, and it's like, what is this? Am I like in survival? Right? But at the same time, I think my body is finally telling me I don't need to hold it all together. I can be held. And I think if you have that, tendency to needing to hold everything together, like you can understand like that heaviness. But I think it's full moon really helped me release that side of me, and acknowledging that trauma that I've carried. At the same time, I'm telling my body that, I am where I am, right? And I am learning to come back home to my body, feeling safe, and come in so many layers, but feeling safe in my own existence. And I don't need to hold it all together. I can be helped. And I'm really repeating myself, but this was really the theme for me. Yeah. So let us set the right tone, psychic protection and sacred ritual. And this is for the collective, also for me. And psychic protection, I love this because when you start the day, just focus on your energy and what to focus. It really helps me put myself in the right mindset. And things are moving, and there are part of us that, maybe cut the tie, or, just like, okay, wow, like I'm really alone. But also going through some phases of, you know what, I can maybe ask for help, right? So really learning more about those, how we show up in love, how we show up in connection. Is this person trustable, right? Is this person is good for me? Is this relationship, is this company good for me, right? We gotta go with the frequency. We gotta go with the vibe. And maybe that, right choice can be moment by moment, not just like fully trusting this thing or that thing, right? So it's very interesting how everything is moving. But amongst of all, I think it's very important to trust yourself, right? And trust the vibe. So this is sacred ritual. And this is for us. Well, by the way, we're feeling that moon effect for normally 3 days before and 3 days after. So we're definitely feeling that energy as well. Harvest moon, super moon, really letting go of the old layers that don't serve us anymore. So what it's like for us, we're still integrating, right? Integrating can be just literally take some time to feel your body, literally maybe stretch your body or meditate, right? But really, we can't forget that we have a body. Any relationships can come and go, but the relationship with your body will last until you die. And that's the relationship that we all need to have in good standing, right? Good balance. So, message for today. Collective message, embody your true essence. Today blends Libra's grace with Gemini's curiosity. 1, I love Leo energy. 4, I belong Aquarius. And net to 5, I think Gemini energy. So today is a 14 degrees Libra. Is the curiosity and exploration of curious mind of Gemini meets that Libra, that inner peace, inner balance, and inner peace, balance, beauty, right? When you love what you believe, you know where you belong, and your thoughts align with your essence. Let your mind reflect your truth, not override your heart. Beauty is a frequency. Speak it, move it, become it. Now, a couple of astrological energy that we worth paying attention to. Earlier today, this all happened. Venus in Virgo, sextile Jupiter in Cancer, grounded love, emotional blessings, sweet support for devotion and care, right? And Mercury in Scorpio, square Pluto in Aquarius. Mental intensity, truth wants to rise, stay in your center, speak from presence. And today, 14 degrees Libra, it's about rethink how you show up in love, connection, and communication. So, yeah, as usual, stars and planets are assisting us to, really believing in our beauty and balance. Also, boundaries and where you set the boundaries, right? And we are learning about, where you set the line, knowing what is true for you, knowing what is not true for you, and stay in your center, speak from presence. And sometimes we have blur boundaries around things, right? But you don't have to be always like, oh, this gotta be it, right? But also make your boundaries fluid, yet don't act from flakiness, just because you need to be fluid and adaptive. I think there is a difference between being fluid versus being flaky. But it's okay to choose yourself, right? Choose yourself when the vibe is right, when you say yes, when your body says no, 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 okay. So yeah, that's the vibe. Okay, give yourself a little shake and movement. I feel good. Yeah, my power stones are still in the balcony. I'll bless them and bring them inside and see how they can support me on this journey. But I had, my hips are unwinding. I started to post a lot about hips because hip is something that I carry. Carry a lot of tension from other people, and my responsibility, also my survival, right? Not feeling safe. And that it's coming up really hard because I'm ready to release them. So hips are really tender right now for me. And it's crazy how, think about like, my hip used to be super wide open always, but somehow I think COVID time was really traumatizing for a lot of us. We were worried about survival and worry about what other people think, your choices versus other people's choice. And really going through some crazy times. And I feel like I'm finally letting go of that part of me that is just, you know what, I'm surrendering. If they want to do something, let them, right? Let them theory. And so that's how I am sort of, letting go of my fear of a lot of things. Yeah. And come in layers, but also at the same time, really coming into my own trust, own strength, right? Yeah. I was watching Gladiator 2 the other day, such a good movie. And, so when you guys watch Gladiator 1 and 2, and it's about honor, right? Honor and strength, son. That phrase kind of stuck with me from that movie. And I come from Japan, and one of my guardian angels is a samurai warrior. And just thinking about how honor and strength ingrained in me, right? But that honor and the loyalty is not for everybody. You don't need to believe in or be loyal to something that you are no longer aligned with, right? Your heart stops you if you try to do that now. Are you ready to listen? Even though it's scary to make that decision, but honor and strength, do what's right for us. That's really that also the Libra energy too, because Libra tend to produce a lot of lawyers and judges because we know how to stand up social justice, but we also are people. Some people say Libra is a people pleaser, but we do that because we love people, right? Such a social people, and Libras are normally great people to host parties and stuff like that, the connection and balance. But on my side, like I've been a people pleaser for such a long time that there's part of me that is so exhausting to interact with people at the same time. But I'm learning that, you know what? As a Libra, it's okay for me to say no if that doesn't resonate with me, right? And stuff like that. So I'm learning my own balance, boundaries, and standing up for myself, speaking from the truth, right? Speak my truth from the real place. And those things takes a lot of courage and gut. But we are here, Yeah. The full moon. Okay, let's finish with that right hand on your heart and left hand on the top of your head. And let us program. Let us shed any old habits, layers that makes us feel trapped, unsafe, right? And it's all about how we look at things. It's about changing the narrative for us. Yesterday was really about choosing clarity over ache, right? Because there are a lot of things that we've gone through that were not really kind, right? And then that left us scars. And every time similar things happen, we get triggered. That's exactly how trauma works. And in the you know, how even though we're going through this, but I think it's in the end, it's really about making peace with our past, right? And whatever people said, it's like, you know, people say it maybe because they wanted to hurt us, but really about, you know, I think I'm go through phase, but I've noticed that go through the phase of, you know, not being able to trust anybody but myself, but then slowly come into a point where I'm making peace with my past and knowing that I won't repeat the same mistakes because I have better boundaries and I have better discernment, and I am more than ever connected to my body, connected to my heart. So I won't make that same mistake. Even when I make a mistake, I'll be kind to myself, but I am going to honor my heart and my decision and know that I am safe in every moment. Yeah. So I'm slowly trying to trust myself and asking for help and allowing people to come in, right? So those are the, you know, it takes time, but also, you know, we are all moving forward and finding the resonance, right? Resonance of people and a frequency, and we are choosing, right? Choosing, and we have power to choose. So that being said, let us breathe through our heart and our brain. Breathe through your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Repeat after me. Hello, brain. Hello, mind. Hello, ego. Hello, inner child. Hello, body. Hello, fascia. Hello, heart. And let's call in any body parts that needs extra love, any diagnosis. You can say it out loud or in your mind. Hello, hips. Hello, knee. And let's conclude with all parts of me. Thank you for working together in harmony. I love our perfect balance, harmony, peace, and beauty. Every part of me is seen, felt, cared, nurtured, loved. And now let's place our heart in the center. Hello, heart. You're the lighthouse. We follow you. I am safe. I'm protected. I'm guided. I am enough. My presence is enough. My essence is enough. I am worthy of perfect health, unlimited abundance, perfect love, amazing opportunities. My body moves with me with ease and joy. I am confident. I trust myself. I have good boundaries. I know how to listen to my body. My body's for joy. My life is for joy. I'm just getting started. The more I relax, the better everything flows. The more I choose myself, the more everything chooses me. Isn't that right? That's how it works. I'll say this again. The more I choose myself, the more everything chooses me. Let's call back power. And feel your body. Very good. Yeah. I was just thinking about the inner layers of fascia and outside layers of fascia. I feel like the coil, I imagine the coil, bringing back power in. It's kind of like tapping into my feminine energy. Don't chase, attract, right? So it's kind of like when I teach fascia maneuvers, I say this. I imagine my body like a faucet, right? That water. So when you want to tighten that water, the faucet, you turn it clockwise, right? Towards the right side. That's a masculine side. And when you want to loosen it, you are turning counterclockwise. I feel like that happens in our body. You know how the layers of fascia. When you want to loosen, you want to go towards the clockwise. When you tighten and then masculine, it's more just control, stabilizing, and make it happen, that type of energy. But tapping into feminine energy, it's all about balance. I'm not saying that feminine is better than masculine, right? I'm not saying the masculine is better than feminine. It's the balance. If you are in your masculine, then we are called to tap into the feminine side. So how can we balance that, right? It's Libra season, we're balanced, inner balance, we're learning that. But maybe it could be really about the facet concept, right? Tightening, loosening, tightening, loosening. And yeah, it's about boundaries, right? Maybe in our body, there is so much tightness, masculine side. There are some parts of my body that is super loose. So it's about the balance, right? It's like tuning in, recalibrating, right? Frequency tuner, right? Like frequency tuner, all parts of maybe some important point, the chakra point. So yeah, when you find that any tightness, that's where it needs more feminine energy in your body. That's where the tightness is. Requires more flow, more allowing, more surrendering. And so let's bring us back into more balance, inner peace. And as we do that, let us choose ourselves. The more we choose ourselves, the more everything else chooses us, chooses me. So that concludes the live today. Thank you guys for being here. I'm really grateful. Sending you so much love. It's Tuesday. Let's have a great day. And when we come back, we will share again what we have learned. And yeah, thank you everybody. See you soon. Take care.